All right, everybody, welcome into our, basically our post-game reactions to the national championship game. Clemson versus Alabama is 44-16, believe I'm. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'll let Josh talk for a minute. I'm gonna let Josh lead off, and then I gotta say a few things.
Just wasn't our night tonight. Not to take anything away from Clemson, they played a great game. It's literally the worst game that I've seen Alabama play since probably Louisiana Monroe back in 2007.
Yeah, so.
Clemson played a great game. Just couldn't get no breaks. We couldn't get them off the field on third down. Ball just didn't bounce our way. Tua, I give a lot of credit to Brent Venables. He threw a lot of things out there on Clemson that it looked like it thoroughly confused Tua Tagovailoa. He threw a couple of bad passes, and they took advantage of it. I mean, when I left, I stopped watching at the fourth quarter. It was, I think they had 14 points off turnovers. So they capitalized anytime they were able to get a turnover. Clemson, I think if Alabama and Clemson play, Alabama wins 5, Clemson wins 5. Tonight just wasn't our night. A lot of credit to Clemson. They played a great game, had a great game plan, executed it well. Hats off to them. So that's all you really can say if you're an Alabama fan.
My turn?
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So going into this game, as usual, I get the mystique or the outcry from the masses that I pick against Alabama all the time. I actually don't. The last time I picked against Alabama was in the Auburn game last year. At Auburn, I said they'd lose and they lost. This year, the only game I said anything negative about Alabama was the LSU game. I said they will show the nation that they bleed. I never said LSU would beat them because LSU didn't have the offense to beat them. All right, so going into this game, when you break down film and you watch both teams, the two things that I noticed was when Alabama played Mississippi State, that showed me all I needed to know about them. It was an aggressive defense who got up on their receivers and who blitzed and had a defensive front that could make noise without having to blitz. That's the key on 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7 is, do I have to blitz and commit another guy to getting after the quarterback, or can I get pressure on my front 4? I knew without a shadow of a doubt Clemson can get pressure on the front 4, but then they lost their best, arguably their best defensive lineman, number 90. And I thought, well, they can still do it? And I'm like, they still can. Because, and then Brent Venables' defense was beautiful because the old phrase, bend but don't break, it was like, let them get between the 20s. That's fine. Anything between the 20s for 2 reasons. Number 1 is they're not getting in the end zone. Number 2 is Alabama at best is shaky at kicker. At best. And has been since Nick Saban's there for whatever reason. So the defensive plan for Clemson was genius. Now, let's flip to the other side of the ball. I said going into the game, Lawrence would take the top off the defense. Did he do that? Absolutely. You know why? Because the one thing that can kill Alabama, and it always has since Nick Saban's been there, his whole career, I don't care who his corners are, is 3rd down and long, 2nd down and longs is those one-on-one balls. The back shoulder fades, the outside throws to the sidelines with the big, tall, long-rangey receivers. Can that happen? Well, they can't happen last week with Kyler Murray. He's too short. He's 5'8", he's 5'9". He can't see over the defense. So he's looking underneath and he's trying to duck up and make throws. Well, Trevor Lawrence is 6'6". He has the best arm I've seen in college football. I'm sorry. Maybe ever that I've seen in college football. Without question, he is the best freshman I've ever seen throw a forward pass in college football since I've been alive. And I'm saying that, and I am the biggest Gator fan. I have a Gator on my arm right now. And I watched Tim Tebow as a freshman at Florida. And yeah, he got a lot of praise and everybody loved him, but you know what he did? He took a snap and he ran forward and got a first down. He took a snap and he ran to the right and he got a first down. He took a snap and he ran to the left. And then in the national championship game, he rolled out and threw a 5-yard out to Andre Caldwell for a touchdown. He was throwing 5-yard routes and running first downs because he was big and strong. This guy is reading, without question, without a doubt, the greatest defensive mind in college football history to this point. Defense, and picking it apart like he's eating cereal in the morning on a Monday. Never shaking.
That's a backhanded compliment. Thank you for that.
But I mean it honest.
Yeah.
It is. At halftime, when they were up, what, 16?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see his expression in the locker room or on his way to the locker room?
Who?
Trevor Lawrence. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He was doing this. Waiting to get in the locker room. Not jumping up and down, not hollering, screaming, nothing. Then, so in the second half comes out and you're thinking, all right, man, they're going to run some clock. No, they're not going to run some clock. They're still throwing downfield. They got one-on-one balls and their guys are better than Alabama's guys. Period. I say that going into the game, this Clemson team's just, and I'm not trying to take a shot at Alabama right here. I hate their guts, but I'm not trying to take a shot at them. This is my honest assessment from watching college football. Their guys are just better than Alabama's guys on the edge. Alabama lost 6 defenders in their secondary and the coach. And you going to tell me they're going to match up against this machine from Clemson that has the best freshman quarterback I've ever seen in my life since I've been born, playing quarterback, who's 6'6" and can make every throw on the field. Post corner route, got it. Slant route, got it. Out route, got it. Underneath, dink, doink. 50 yards, got it. Back shoulder fade, 35 yards, got it. The first throw I ever seen him throw was what we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
It was about a 50-yard throw. It was 8 feet in the air, and it was right on the money. I said Hunter Renfrow was going to be the X factor for them. I was wrong because they couldn't stop everything outside. I thought they would slow that down. They didn't even slow it down. It was there all night. ETM, I said, would have running lanes, and he did. He didn't gash them. He did enough.
Clemson did a very good job of switching up the run and the pass. Kept Alabama guessing. Nick Saban, you could tell.
He was out coached.
He made some decisions, and I've been watching him for a long time. He made some decisions tonight that you could tell early on, especially when he went for that 4th down on Alabama's own 35. He knew that he was going to have to put up some points because Trevor Lawrence was picking apart that defense and doing it with ease. I said I didn't want to get in a shootout when it was 14-13, and we didn't. I mean, Clemson put up all the points, but Nick Saban went for 3 4th downs in the first half, so he was reading the cards. He was reading the signs. He knew what it was. I think he could kind of tell that they had not, or maybe it was just something with the defense that they were not able to get them off on 3rd down. And I thought that was very telling. And golly, the punt, the fake field goal.
They were in a base defense.
It was the same exact
All
situation.
Georgia, Alabama.
That if you make fun of Kirby Smart, you got to make fun of Nick Saban.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. They literally had a 2-man rush going on.
Nick Saban gets all the credit when everything's good. It's time to take the blame when it goes bad. It's time to take the blame.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got enough national titles. It's time to take the blame. He got out-coached. He got outclassed.
I don't know about outclassed.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, what do you mean outclassed?
He got outcoached and outclassed. Clemson looked like the better, more prepared team.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they look better. I mean, the score shows that. But, I mean, if you're an Alabama fan, yeah, I mean, this hurts. But, I mean, we've watched 5 national championships over the last 11 years, 10 years. I mean, can't really be that upset.
Should I take this live on there?
Can.
Okay. Slade.
What's up?
We're live on the air filming right now with Average Joe's. Give me your assessment.
Huh?
Give me your assessment. We're live on the air with Average Joe's.
SEC dominance, baby. Yeah.
Slade. We're about to shut this video down. Tell me something good.
It was a great game. Clemson just dominated the game, man. I mean, I was even shocked. I didn't think they could do it. For real.
I picked them to win. I thought they'd win the game. I didn't think they'd win the game like this, though.
I mean, to me, it was a toss-up. I mean, how do you pick a game like that? But it totally surprised me. But I think it's hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious, too, because on my Facebook, I got roasted for, I don't know, 13 hours a day when I posted
Oh,
that.
I saw it, man. I mean, it's the typical bammers jumping all over you. I mean, I got tired of reading it. I'm surprised somebody didn't threaten to assassinate you. I mean,
Well, I got some death threats, but, you know, here's the thing about it, Slade. I told my honest truth I gave the actual breakdown of the game, and I was wrong on 2 things. I did think they tried to get Irv Smith going, and they did, and they tried to get Renfro going, and he did, but ultimately it was big boy on big boy, and Clemson was just better big boy.
yeah, I mean, they whipped them. I mean, that goal line stand that they did down there, well, I guess it was in the 3rd quarter.
Yep.
That told the story. I
Yep,
mean,
they
they just
wanted
whipped
one.
them.
Slade, we're about to have to shut this video down, so I gotta hop off, brother.
All right, man.
I'll see you,
See you
buddy.
later.
All right, we're about to shut this video down. Josh, you got any final thoughts?
I'd like to win them all. You can't. As a matter of fact, I was talking to a customer today, and you know, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to ride over here and face the gauntlet of Bo and Mike and taking phone calls on the air from Slade. But you know, I actually told somebody today that you know, there's more important things in life. You know, I've got 2 little boys, and the good Lord willing, we'll wake up in the morning, the sun will rise.
Uh-oh, whenever Mike King's face shows up, something good's happening. Perfect timing for Dale's spring time. Anyway, the sun's gonna rise, and what else?
The good Lord willing, the sun will rise tomorrow. The world will keep spinning on its axis.
Guess what? Average Joe's goes on.
Yeah, life goes on. I mean, we still got that recruiting national championship. So
Yeah, that's positive.
yeah.
So, now my final thoughts is, I'm not a guy that brags. I'm a guy that steps out on a limb, and I've said this year. I've said this, and I think it holds true more this year than any other year. If I tell you somebody's gonna lose, you better take it serious. You better take it serious. And you don't see me jump on these. When have you seen me pick a favorite team and say this is gonna win?
Anybody can pick a favorite.
Right. When I tell you an underdog's going to win, you better. That is a true upset alert. I don't think this was an upset.
Well, I mean, both teams were 14-0. I mean,
Alabama played a better schedule, but I thought Clemson had better skill position. I thought Clemson's defense is better overall because they're junior and senior laden. Alabama was placing 6th in the secondary.
I tell you, that wide receiver for Clemson, Ross.
Yeah. Guess what?
Makes me
2 more
great.
years.
Yeah.
Guess what else? Last thing I'm shut down. Loxley had already checked out. He's going to Maryland. People don't take that stuff into account.
I did hear the commentators talk about the continuity of their coaching staff.
He's already checked in. He's already recruiting it there.
It hasn't affected us so far, but it did this year.
So we're shutting this video down right now. Guys, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell for the notification. Average Joe Sports Talk National Championship Review. We're out.